Hey you, and welcome back to Planet Coaster. Now it's been a while, like 2 months or something, but I made this little build just in time for Halloween, which was a month ago, so I guess it's not in time, but it's going to be in a creepy hotel this time. Something different than what I've done before. I haven't done a lot of like spooky builds. I did like a dark ride in 2016, but I just wanted to build something quick which I could do in one sitting and not worry too much about how everything interacts with each other. And there isn't a ride, it's just an hotel. I've never built an hotel before on Planet Coaster. I love that I added it as a feature. It was a long requested thing, so I'm glad to finally build something. Now I used some reference images for this build. I don't know what to call the building style. It's not Victorian or something, it's just like 19th century American, I think. I don't know. Lots of stone and then plaster on the upper levels. It's supposed to be in the woods or like on a hill, so I elevated a bit on a bit of terrain. Now I like building in levels or like in different angles, so I offset a lot of the building so it doesn't look as boxy, even though it is pretty boxy. So that's a technique I use to like make it less boring, because in the end it's still just a box with hotel cubes inside of the game. Now I could have built something like the Tower of Terror, but that's so overdone, and it's also right. I've seen so many people already do it, and I mean it looks great, but I wanted to do something smaller scale and just easier to build, to be honest. So I did a lot of like how do you call them, covers and balconies and stuff to put a bit of accents in the building, again to make it seem more interesting. Now while you see me build this, I want to talk a bit about Planet Coaster, or Planet Coaster, I mean Planet Zoo. Because I haven't really been able to play it yet. I've been busy with school and some other hobbies of mine. And I tried to play it a couple of times, but it just crashes, and then I relaunch it again, and it works for 5 minutes and it crashes. Then I get different bugs when I can't see my cursor, or I can't press my keys, or the X key, the advanced movement key, doesn't work. It's just really frustrating. I really looked forward to the launch of the game, and now it doesn't seem to work well on my system, so that's a bit annoying. And also I haven't really had the time to play it properly, but I'll be trying to play it later. I've got some fun ideas in mind. Now here I'm building a window, because hotels need windows, otherwise people get isolated and probably not happy. A circular window, because I like using circles in Planet Coaster, because it looks good. It's now it's only a hole, but I'm gonna place windows inside of it. Yeah, wow. Oh, hey, there's a new roof. I guess I forgot to record a bit. Yeah, I tried different stuff with the roof and see what works best, and I didn't want it to be too boring again. This build was just a challenge to make it not seem boring, and even though with the basic shapes the building has, I wanted to be interesting. Now initially I wanted this hotel to be a bit spooky and scary, but turns out people don't like their hotels to look like a dump, so I tried to balance it a bit. I added some details to give the feeling of a like neglected building, but it still looks functional. I did some custom walling here with the small window pieces, which actually are great if you're using the stucco or plaster wall, because they have the same texture, so you can build more unique shapes if you need to do that. I did some wood trimming here, because wood always looks good. I like this color of wood too. I pretty much use it in every build, except for the Jollywood stuff as of yet. I really like the darker colors in Planet Coaster. I don't know, because the lighting isn't that good in this game. The darker colors just look better because you don't see as much of the shit lighting in the game. Um, I did some wooden covers too. I guess I should have just done that instead of building the custom wall first. Now, I've been thinking about like doing some other stuff with my YouTube channel. I mean, I haven't been active lately, but I think it's just the games. I mean, Planet Coaster is great, but it's really time consuming, and it just like it takes a long time to make content for that type of stuff. So I wanted to play some more linear games, but still that have maybe a creative aspect, like Spore. Spore's great. Well, was supposed to be great, but it's fun. It's a nice little game I can quickly do. Well, not quickly necessarily, but I just want like to have some fun with games instead of just building and trying to what looks good. And only this isn't really a game for me anymore. Planet Coaster. It's just like a tool to like build stuff. I don't really play it as a challenge mode anymore. I've done that. It was fun, but it's so easy. Planet Zoo actually does it a lot better, so I'm looking forward to it if the game works. So I'm gonna look at that. If the game works, I'm gonna have some fun with franchise mode, and I'm gonna also build a sandbox zoo, just because I can like easier get the look I want. Now here I built some more balconies and windows, like a copy paste, blah blah blah. I like using the chimney to give some thickness to the corners and stuff of the building. Sylph does it well. I saw Sylph use it one time and it really stuck with me. Yeah. Oh, we're already doing foliage. Yes. Okay. Now, foliage is always a great way to make a shit build look better than it is. And sometimes it doesn't work. Like in this case, well, maybe it does for some people. I don't know. Yeah. Placing the rocks down because that's always fun. I'm still working with Wix on that collab park we were supposed to do. That's got delayed a bit, but I did like 4 hours of pure stone rock placing, and that really took a toll on me. No, it didn't, but yeah, I needed a bit of a break after that. So here I'm building a tiny parking lot with a ramp to get on it, because well, people probably wouldn't go by foot to this hotel, so they need to park their cars, right? I think of everything. Yeah, I'm tapping my head now. So I put some vines. Is vines the right word? Like some foliage on the roofs, because why not? Because the gardeners have been fired a long time ago, apparently. Put some curvature in here to make it not look square. That's my main battle of this build. Things not make to make things not look square. Yeah. More rocks. Realistically, why would the rocks be there? They probably have like been removed or something. I don't know. Yeah. So for the parking lots, I use large basic shapes, like I did in Jollywood 2. Still works. Nothing wrong with it. So yeah. I deleted the car because the car doesn't really fit with the build. And that little white dot is a roundabout. Yeah, probably way too small, but I need to think of logistic people. People need to drop their gas stuff. Even some disabled parking spots. Some sticky sticks. Yeah. And a big patio in the back. Is that a patio? I don't know. It's also where people can sit down and like eat their lunch. I don't know. More rocks. Yeah. It's really starting to come together, this build. In the end, it looks fine. It's not a masterpiece, but I thought it was a nice build. Just something different than Jollywood or Planet Zoo. I've decided to call this hotel the Rotbark Hotel, because it has dead trees around it. Yes, I don't know. It sounded spooky. Not spooky, just like neglected. That's the thing I'm going for. But yeah. So actually, for Jollywood, I'm making like a separate park with just hotels and resort stuff. Maybe this could fit in there. Probably not. Doesn't really fit a theme of anything yet. But that's an idea people could use too. In the end, I wanted it to like finish the build off with a little tower to make it a bit more interesting. So that's what you're seeing here. I hope you liked the video. I know it's been a while, but the content's gonna be to pick up again, so I'm glad that's a thing. Here I'm just putting some wooden boards on the top. Like, there were holes and they fixed it with wood. Yeah. Okay, that's it, people. See you later. Bye bye.